Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Cha Brothers Loft here. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about winter and how I'm starting to winterize my pigeons here. I'm going to show you what I do with the feed, show a few things I did in the loft that I don't think I mentioned in my videos in the past. And then we'll go from there. I'll also mention about some of the results that have happened since my last video as well. And yeah, we'll go from there. And special shout out to my wife. She's behind the cameras right now. Hi. Said she can help me out. And then yeah, and then thank you to one of my sponsors, Darius Primetime Designs again. If you guys need any hookups with picture edits or pedigree background edits, my guy Darius from Primetime Designs is the man for you guys to hit up. He can do whatever you like. Just make sure you guys talk it out. He will edit and fix it to your liking as well. Alright, thanks Darius. Alright guys, let's go. Come on. Alright, so here's a shot of my feeding bucket. It's a little dirty, as you can see. I do a lot of mixtures, and I use this bucket, and I also use another bucket. Now, for the breeding season, I have to up the whole corn. So lots and lots of whole corn. Now, if you guys can bear with me here, I'm going to show you guys my mixture here. Hang tight. During the off season, I use what's called the Premium 22 mix from Des Moines. So I do 1 scoop of that. That's the measuring cup. I do 1 scoop of Versalaga Champion Mix. And I do about a little over half of the serving size cup of hemp, my favorite. And last but not least, whole corn. That's 1 scoop and a half. That's my winter mix. Alright, so this is my winter mix here. You know, this whole corn. You're mixing. There you have it. It looks like a joke, but it works. It's so cold here in Minnesota. It's super cold now. It's in the 30s highs, and the lows are like in the 20s. So that's why feeds looks like this. Birds are fat. They're gonna need the fat to stay warm during the winter cold. And that's my winter mix. Alright guys, so that's my winter feed. I already fed the birds already, but I just want to show you guys my mixture. But here we are. Let's go to the loft. My lights are on already, ready for breeding season. But I'm going to also show you guys a few things that I've done, like I said earlier, that I have not mentioned in my previous videos. So let's go inside the loft. Come on. Come on in. Come on in. It's a little dirty. So if you don't mind, it's a little dirty. But as long as it is dry. But check this out. So one thing I didn't mention about last year in the breeding section or in the loft was how I run my water heaters. Now there's a few ways how a lot of people run the water heaters. There's some where you have the little light bulb on a little platform and you put your water drink on top. I've done that before. I didn't really like it. It's not really my style. So I resorted to this. This is my water heater. It's I buy it from Fleet Farm. It's like a pet heat pad. It's warm enough to keep it, the water from freezing, and warm enough where it will not melt the water drinker. Now, in Minnesota, you guys may say we get into the negatives. It's really cold. It's frozen. True, what do? This keeps it warm enough where every day I'm always changing the water. The top of the water will freeze, but the bottom part where the water is, where the birds are gonna be drinking from, it's unfrozen. So the birds will always have access to water. Like I said, during the cold time, I'm always changing the water every day, breaking that ice. It's a hassle, but hey, you know, it's my birds. I love them. I love my pigeons, and I gotta do what works for them. So that's that. They got corn, fatten up for the cold. Now, people always say, how does pigeons survive the brutal cold of Minnesota or the Northern Hemisphere? They can. The trick is access to water, access to feed. And by me giving them more whole corn in the ration, I think that's been helping them a lot. I breed just fine. During the winter times, the birds are fine. They're fat. They're doing great. But that's the trick. Birds are doing just fine. They still get their grits, the minerals. But yeah, so both sections are the same. I run through extension cord over the ceiling, down here to the corner. The other section, the cock section, is the exact same layout, exact same. So, however you see this section is the same back there as well. But yeah, let me show you guys some birds. We gotta see birds in all my videos. All right, so got some news today. Rock Creek did the final race a few days ago. Fortunately, Cha Brothers Loft, we were out of the money. It was a very tough race. The final 3:30, and like I said, you know, Kendall and the family, the brothers over there, thank you very much. Nice, well run one loft this year. You know, I'll be back there again next year. And everybody, please take a look at the Rock Creek Classic one loft. The brothers do a great job. And I was very fortunate to have Kendall in my loft and visit too. So that was pretty sweet. But yeah, so my bird scored money on the semifinal in that 280 mile race. Won me 860. But she did not make it on the day on the final, but she made it the next day. So I'm glad I'm getting her back and use her in the breeding loft. So, and then today there was 3 races that happened today in Texas: Dash for Cash, Black Gold, and Cuevas. All my birds that went to the race, they all made it back. Some outstanding, but some positions that was worth noting is today at Cuevas, I scored 18th on the 150. I think 18th or 19th, and that was off of this hen. This is my Cha Princess. I always talk about her. So this year I did a thing called line braiding for the first time, where I am sending out to the races, and I sent out a kid over there. It was a nephew, aunt mating, triple king onto Cha Princess, and yeah. So it's pretty cool. She's a beaut. She's a beauty. Lots of spirit. Always wants to get out. She's fat right now. As you can see, fat and plump for winter. But yeah, so glad I got one early. And we'll see how they do. As you can see here, if you actually look closely, right under the nostrils, it's a little bit pink. So I know they've been digging in grit. I know they've been digging in my pink mineral clay pot that I put on the side for them. So that's how I know they're eating. She's super soft. So hopefully something can happen down there. I've never done line breeding and sent out to races before, so this year will be the first. Let's see how that goes. All right, let me go. Then we'll catch the father, Triple King, and I'll show him too. All right, and then here we have Triple King. I mentioned him in the past in some of my videos. I don't think I've done a video on him, just solely him. But this is Triple King, grandson of Turkon, and I mentioned it's a line breeding that I did. This is the nephew to Tudos's Princess. Triple King's first place 300-mile race, first place average speed on a fraternity we did up here in Minnesota back in 2018. The Triple Crown race, 100, 200, 300 miles in 7 days. Look at those long flights. Look at that. This guy's awesome. Look at his long tail. This is a beauty. And then remember I mentioned about the feed. Look at how this guy is. Whoo! I don't know if that's muscle or that's all fat, but I know they're healthy. I know they're staying warm. So I actually sold a son off of him to a gentleman, and he said he really liked it too. So that's good to hear. I actually held the nestmate to that bird I sold back, just for stock and just for insurance, and I actually I like it a lot too. So to my friend who bought that bird, if you're watching, this is the dad, and the full sibling scored it in the top positions over at Cuevas. Yeah, beautiful bird, Triple King. Triple King, Triple King. So, one thing I love about these birds is their fight. Beautiful bird. Alright, let me go show you the full sibling over here that I held back. He's a gem. Alright, here we have United 154. This is the last round off of Triple King and Tudos's Princess. Lots of fight in him. As you can see, he does not want to stay still. But beautiful bird. Now I have a thing about holding birds back for stock, especially for me being a small loft breeder. I don't have the space. Look at that tail. That tail is beautiful. That's a nice tail. Look at this too. Yeah, they're plump. But yeah, I don't have the space. I don't have the room. But this year, especially this year, I think I've kind of changed my view a little bit on performance, and then you know, selecting the really nice ones to either stock or hold back. And like I said, this one is a line bred of nephew aunt mating. Both parents are first place winners. So Triple King won the first place 300, first place average speed. Dam is a Tudos's Princess, first place 350, Crooked River, third place average speed. In this pedigree alone, there's 3 first place winners. His grandmother on the sire side is Wild Midwest. She won a first place fraternity 300-mile race too. So I think it's something. Look at that. Just would not stay still, and that's how he ruined his feathers. But I think it's something. I always want to try line breeding. Now that I actually found a family that's working. Look at that. Very strong, very buoyant. Smaller size cock in the hands. Love how he always looks around. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna let him go. He's too naughty, but I don't know, this year kind of changed my views on keeping birds from stock, and I've only done on just a few birds that I held back for that sole reason. And you know, slowly weeding out the family of birds that and the individuals that are not working, or they are working. I just don't have the room, and I won't give opportunity to these young bloods in the loft with these like this, especially this one on line braid mating with 2 first place winners. So we'll see. Yeah, but to my friend who bought the nest mate, good luck to you. Hopefully he will breed you something too. There's, like I said, I have never bred something like this before, and there's only 3 birds left. Mine here, the one at my buddy's, and the one at Quibus. Beautiful bird. Alright, there you guys have it. Just a little quick video update on what's been going on, winterizing the birds in the loft, and just what's going on in the races. It's getting cold, as you can tell. My wife is freezing, I'm freezing. It's like in the mid-20s or high 20s right now. So we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna cut it short, end it here. A few shout outs again. Like I said, Kendall at Rock Creek, thank you for a job well done this year. I'll see you again next year. And I owe you dinner. I owe you dinner. Hold me to that the next time we see each other again. And then Darius Lee at Primetime Designs, to one of my sponsors. Darius Lee, need a good pedigree background, a picture of your pigeon needs to be worked out. Let the guy know. I'll put his description or his email and IG in the description below. And also Rock Creek Classic, I'll put his Wing Companion and his website in the description below as well. Very affordable, cheap one loft. But yeah, this is it. You know, good luck to everybody at Texas Dash for Cash, Black Gold, and Quibus. All my birds are still there. I'm 100% this week. On to next week. I think there's 200-mile races for all 3 races. So we'll see how everybody does, and see how Cha Brothers Loft, how we do. And yeah, let's go inside, my love. It's cold. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't liked, share, subscribe yet, please do. Thanks, guys. Much love. Have a good one, guys.